In this video, you will learn how to carry out polynomial division. The method used in this video requires an understanding of long division. So before we get started, we'll go through a refresher on how to carry out long division. So subscribe and let's get into it. I'm sure most of you have forgotten how to carry out long division, but this is something that we're going to use in carrying out polynomial division. So we're just going to do a quick refresher to get you familiarized with how to carry out long division. So we'll use 75 divided by 4. So we will say 4 into 7, and 4 into 7 goes in 1 times. Then we're going to say this 1 multiplied by 4, we write it over here, and we'll subtract that 4. So it becomes 7 minus 4, and you get 3. Then we're going to bring down this 5, so that becomes a 5. And then 4 into 35. So 4 into 35 would be 8. And we'll say 8 multiplied by 4, which gives us 32 minus. So 35 minus 32 gives us 3. 4 cannot go into 3. So we stop here. And what we have here at the bottom, this 3, that's our remainder. What we have at the top, our answer is called the quotient. Then the thing that is being divided is called the dividend. And then what is dividing is called the divisor. So that's just a refresher on how to carry out long division and the terminology that we use in long division. Okay, so now we're going to explain how to carry out polynomial division, and we're going to use the following example. You can see that in our example, our divisor is 2x plus 3, which is a linear divisor. In our syllabus, we carry out polynomial division using either a linear divisor or a quadratic divisor. We'll look at how to use a quadratic divisor in the next example. So what you're going to do, you're only going to be dividing by this 2x. In terms of dividing, ignore the 3. We're only going to be working with the 2x. So you come to the first term, that's 2x cubed, and you say 2x cubed divided by 2x, you get x squared. And then you're going to multiply the x squared by the divisor. So it's x squared times 2x, and we have a minus sign over here. So x squared times 2x gives us 2x cubed. Then x squared times 3, that's plus 3x squared. There should be a big bracket over here. So now we subtract. So that's 2x cubed minus 2x cubed, that gives us 0. Then we have minus x squared minus the 3x squared, and that gives us minus 4x squared. And then we bring down our 9, so that's plus 9. And then we'll come back here, 2x, and we'll say negative 4x squared divided by 2x, and we get negative 2x. And we multiply again, there's a negative sign here, negative 2x times 2x, that gives us negative 4x squared, and then negative 2x times 3, that gives us negative 6x. And so if you subtract now, that's 4x squared minus 4x squared, so that cancels out, and then we've got this minus 6, which gives us a positive 6, and then we've got the 9 over here, so that's plus 9. Again, we keep going. We're going to say 2x into 6x, that's plus 3. Now multiply that 3 by the divisor, so that's 3 times 2x, that's 6x. That's 3 times 3, that's 9, plus 9. So you can tell that this is going to cancel out and give 0. That means 2x plus 3 and the quadratic over here are factors of the polynomial and do not leave a remainder. So here you can conclude that your quotient Your quotient, that's the answer on top, is x squared minus 2x plus 3. In this case, our remainder is 0. Our remainder is 0. Now let's look at an example with a quadratic divisor. Okay, so here we have a quadratic divisor. So let's divide our polynomial. You only use the term in the highest power to divide. So in the previous example, we used the term in x since that was the term with the highest power. And in this example, we have a quadratic factor, so we use the term in x squared to divide. So we say 6x to the 4 divided by 2x squared, and that gives us 3x squared. We're going to multiply the 3x squared by the divisor, so that's 3x squared times 2x squared, which gives us 6x to the 4. Then we've got 3x squared times minus x, that gives us minus 3x cubed. Then 3x squared times 1, that's plus 3x squared. And now let's subtract 6x to the 4 minus 6x to the 4, that gives 0. X cubed minus 3x cubed, that gives us 4x cubed. And then negative x squared, negative 3x squared, that's negative 4x squared. Bring down the 5x, so that's plus 5x. And now it's 4x cubed divided by the 2x squared. So we get plus 2x, and so we multiply the 2x by the divisor, so 2x times 2x squared, that gives us 4x cubed. Then 2x times negative x, that's negative 2x squared. Then 2x times 1, that gives us plus 2x. Now let's subtract, so 4x cubed minus 4x cubed gives 0, minus 4x squared minus 2x squared gives us minus 2x squared. Then we have 5x minus 2x, which gives us plus 3x. Then we bring down our negative 6, so that's negative 6. And now it's negative 2x squared divided by 2x squared, that gives us negative 1. And we multiply our negative 1 by the divisor, so that's negative 1 times 2x squared, that gives us negative 2x squared. Negative 1 times negative x, that gives us positive x. Then negative 1 times 1, that gives us negative 1. And now let's simplify. So negative 2x squared, negative 2x squared, that cancels out. Then 3x minus x gives us 2x. Then minus 6 minus 1, that's minus 6 plus 1, so that's minus 5. Now you notice that the highest power in the divisor is now bigger than the highest power in our dividend. So it means that we cannot divide any further, and this right here becomes our remainder. This is our remainder, and what you have on top is your quotient. And you stop and you conclude that the quotient is 3x squared plus 2x minus 1, and the remainder is 2x minus 5, and that would be your final answer. So that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.